This is why successful people often seek discomfort intentionally. They know it is the pathway to resilience and victory in any field. To practice this habit, do at least one uncomfortable thing each day. It could be waking up earlier, saying no when needed, holding silence in meditation, taking cold showers, or tackling tasks you've been avoiding. These small acts of courage accumulate into a powerful mental state where fear, laziness, and excuses no longer control you. Instead, you become a person who runs towards challenges, not away from them, truly mentally unbreakable. A powerful morning routine is a non-negotiable habit for anyone who desires mental toughness. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up rushed, checking your phone, and reacting to notifications, your mind enters a reactive and scattered state. But if you begin your day with intentional, empowering activities, you create mental clarity, strength, and focus that carry you through the hardest challenges. A strong morning routine does not have to be complicated. It can include practices such as meditation to quiet the mind, journaling to process your thoughts, reading to feed your intellect, or exercise to energize your body. These habits compound to create inner calm, confidence, and resilience. When your morning is structured around self-mastery, external chaos loses its power to disturb you. You become grounded and centered before the world demands your attention. Moreover, a powerful morning routine gives you a sense of control over your life. Many people feel mentally weak because they spend their days reacting to circumstances without realizing they can choose their responses. Starting your day with purpose reminds you that you are the creator of your life, not a victim of it. This feeling of ownership strengthens your mental resolve to handle whatever the day brings with courage and wisdom. To implement this habit, design a routine that energizes your mind, body, and soul within the first hour of waking. Avoid distractions and focus on activities that align with your growth. Whether it is gratitude journaling, prayer, stretching, reading a motivational chapter, or visualizing your goals, do it with intention. Over time, your morning routine will become your foundation of unbreakable mental strength, empowering you to face each day as the strongest version of yourself. Emotional regulation is a core pillar of mental strength. Life constantly throws situations at you that can trigger anger, sadness, fear, or anxiety. If you let emotions control your decisions, you will often act impulsively and regret your choices later. Mentally unbreakable people practice emotional regulation daily to remain calm and clear-minded, regardless of how intense their feelings are. This ability to manage emotions rather than suppress them is what separates strength from weakness. Practicing emotional regulation does not mean ignoring your emotions. It means becoming deeply aware of them without letting them hijack your behavior. For example, if someone insults you, your instinct might be to lash out. But a mentally strong person pauses, breathes, observes their feelings, and chooses a wise response instead of an emotional reaction. This pause creates power. It prevents unnecessary conflict and keeps your mind stable under pressure. One of the best ways to practice emotional regulation is through mindfulness or daily reflection. Take time each day to sit quietly. Observe your thoughts and feelings, and understand what triggers them. When you build awareness of your internal states, you gain mastery over them. You learn to respond instead of react, to remain grounded when others are losing their calm. This stability builds unbreakable confidence because you are no longer ruled by your emotions. To implement this habit, dedicate a few minutes each day to breathe deeply. Journal your emotional experiences or meditate in silence. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, practice the technique of pausing before responding. Over time, you will notice that fewer situations disturb your peace and your mind becomes a fortress of calmness. Emotional regulation is not just a tool for mental strength. It is the art of living with wisdom and inner mastery. Feeding your mind with growth content daily is essential for building an unbreakable mindset. Your mind is like a garden. If you do not intentionally plant seeds of wisdom, positivity, and knowledge, weeds of negativity, fear, and ignorance will grow automatically. Consuming growth content trains your brain to think bigger, act wiser, and remain focused on what truly matters in life. In today's world, mental strength is no longer just an advantage. It is a necessity. Every day we face situations that test our patience, resilience, and confidence. From work pressures to relationship challenges, from financial struggles to unexpected life events, it is mental strength that determines whether we break down or rise above. People often spend years building their physical health, but forget that without mental toughness, even the strongest body can collapse under stress. Mental strength is what allows you to keep moving forward when everything seems against you. It is the ability to face rejection without losing confidence, to face failure without losing hope, and to face uncertainty without losing clarity. Life will never be free of problems, but with mental toughness, problems lose their power to destroy your peace. This strength is not about being emotionless. It is about managing your emotions so they do not control your decisions. Moreover, mentally strong people stand out because they have trained themselves to remain calm in chaos. While others react with fear, anger, or frustration, they respond with wisdom and strategy. This makes them better leaders, better partners, better friends, and better human beings. They can lift others because they have mastered lifting themselves during their own darkest moments. Mental strength creates a sense of unshakable inner confidence. Finally, the importance of mental strength lies in the simple truth that life is unpredictable. You can plan, but you cannot control every outcome. If your mind is weak, small failures will feel like the end of the world. But if your mind is strong, even the worst failures become stepping stones towards greatness. This is why cultivating mental strength through daily habits is not just beneficial. It is essential to live a fulfilled, fearless, and impactful life. Practicing daily gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits to build mental strength. When you start your day by focusing on what you have instead of what you lack, you train your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that despite your challenges, you are still blessed with countless things others only dream of: health, knowledge, family, skills, and the mere gift of being alive today. Scientific studies show that gratitude reduces anxiety, depression, and negative thinking. When you consciously appreciate even the smallest things, a warm meal, clean water, the morning sun, your breath, you begin to detach from constant complaints that weaken your mind. Gratitude is like a shield against negativity. It reframes every problem into perspective, reminding you that no situation is as hopeless as it seems when viewed through a thankful heart. Additionally, practicing gratitude daily rewires your brain to notice positives naturally. This creates a mental environment where hope and optimism flourish. You no longer panic at setbacks because your mind is trained to see the good hidden within them. A grateful person is not blind to problems. They simply refuse to let problems blind them to life's blessings. This calm optimism becomes their secret weapon against stress and despair. To cultivate this habit effectively, write down 3 things you are grateful for every morning or night. Reflect on them deeply, feeling the thankfulness in your heart. Over time, this simple exercise will build a mindset that is resilient, peaceful, and unbreakable. Gratitude does not just make you feel good for a moment. It strengthens you to stand firm in every storm because your mind is rooted in appreciation, not fear or lack. One of the most powerful ways to become mentally unbreakable is to embrace discomfort daily. Most people avoid anything that feels hard, painful, or uncomfortable. But growth lives in discomfort. When you willingly step into situations that challenge you, whether it is a cold shower, a difficult conversation, or an intense workout, you train your mind to stop fearing what is hard. You realize that discomfort does not destroy you. It strengthens you. Embracing discomfort builds mental toughness because it forces you to leave your comfort zone, where complacency lives. The brain naturally wants to keep you safe, but safe often means stuck. When you push yourself into discomfort, you break free from limitations that comfort has imposed on your life. You begin to trust yourself in the face of fear and difficulty, knowing you can handle far more than you believed. Every small discomfort faced daily builds unshakable confidence over time. Moreover, learning to thrive in discomfort prepares you for life's unexpected storms. You cannot control every challenge, but you can train yourself to remain calm under pressure. When your mind is used to discomfort, stressful situations no longer feel like threats. They feel like training grounds for greatness. However, becoming unshakable is not about becoming emotionless or hard-hearted. It is about feeling deeply while remaining in control of your thoughts, words, and actions. It is about experiencing pain and disappointment without losing faith in yourself or your journey. It is about knowing that your mind is your greatest ally, and you have trained it to serve you, not sabotage you. In the end, a mentally unbreakable person lives with quiet power. They do not need to prove themselves because their presence alone radiates strength and calm. They achieve their goals, overcome setbacks, and inspire others without trying too hard. This is the ultimate freedom, to know that no matter what happens in life, you remain unshakable, grounded, and fearless within yourself. Every day, make it a habit to read, listen, or watch something that expands your perspective. This could be reading a chapter from a self-mastery book, listening to a motivational podcast, watching a leadership talk, or studying a skill you want to master. When you feed your mind with powerful ideas consistently, You build mental resilience because you are reminded daily of what is possible for you beyond your current circumstances. Moreover, growth content fortifies your confidence. Many people feel mentally weak because they live in an environment that feeds their fears and limitations: news, gossip, negativity, and drama. By choosing growth content, you intentionally disconnect from the noise and connect with wisdom that uplifts your thinking. This clarity helps you make better decisions and keeps your focus aligned with your purpose, no matter what distractions surround you. To implement this habit, set aside at least 15 to 30 minutes daily for growth consumption. Choose content that aligns with your goals, whether it is business, spirituality, health, or mindset. Reflect on what you learn and think of ways to apply it immediately in your life. Feeding your mind with growth content is not just about learning. It is about transforming your thinking into the unbreakable foundation that drives your success, peace, and fulfillment. When it comes to building mental strength, consistency always outweighs intensity. Many people try to make drastic changes overnight, only to burn out and return to old habits within days. True mental toughness is not built by doing something extreme once in a while. It is built by doing small, disciplined actions every single day, regardless of how you feel. This steady consistency creates deep, lasting transformation in your mindset and character. Consistency trains your brain to trust yourself. When you promise yourself that you will meditate, read, exercise, or reflect daily, and you keep that promise, you build self-respect and inner confidence. Intensity without consistency is like lighting a matchstick in the dark. It burns bright for a moment and then disappears. But consistent habits are like lighting a lamp that burns steadily, bringing enduring light into your life. Moreover, consistency rewires your subconscious mind. Each time you repeat a positive habit, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with it, making it easier and more automatic over time. This is how mental toughness is built, not through force, but through discipline repeated until it becomes your nature. Intense efforts without consistency often lead to frustration, while consistent efforts, even if small, create unbreakable foundations. To implement this principle, focus on creating daily rituals that are sustainable rather than extreme. Start small if needed. 5 minutes of meditation, 10 pages of reading, a short gratitude reflection. The key is to never break the chain. Over months and years, these small, consistent habits will build mental strength so solid that no external storm can uproot your peace, discipline, or focus. Remember, success is not about what you do occasionally. It is about what you do consistently. The ultimate outcome of building these daily habits is becoming mentally unbreakable, someone who remains strong, calm, and focused no matter what life throws at them. Imagine living each day with an inner confidence that cannot be shaken by rejection, failure, criticism, or uncertainty. This is not a fantasy. It is the natural result of training your mind daily to be stronger than your circumstances. When you are mentally unbreakable, you stop fearing challenges because you know they are opportunities for growth. Problems no longer paralyze you with anxiety or doubt. Instead, your first thought becomes, how can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better? This mindset alone separates extraordinary people from ordinary ones. Where others see reasons to give up, you see reasons to rise higher. Being unshakable also means your relationships improve drastically. You no longer react impulsively to words or actions that hurt you. You respond with wisdom and calm, creating stability and strength for those around you. People begin to trust your energy because it is steady and reliable, not scattered or emotionally volatile. This builds deeper respect in friendships, partnerships, leadership, and even in your family. Furthermore, mental unbreakability empowers you to pursue your biggest goals without fear of failure. The fear that often stops people from taking bold action disappears when you realize that even if you fail, your mindset remains strong. You no longer attach your worth to outcomes. Instead, you value your growth, effort, and discipline. This inner strength creates a life where nothing external can control your peace or your purpose. Do you love your wife? Yes. Right? Prove it. Like, what's the metric? Give me the number that helps me know, right? Because when you met her, you didn't love her, right? Now you love her, right? Tell me the day the love happened. It's an impossible question, right? But it's not that it doesn't exist. It's that it's much easier to prove over time, right? So all leadership is the same thing. It's about transitions. So if you were to go to the gym, right? It's like exercise, right? If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see Nothing, right? So clearly there's no results, can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit, right? Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, like in a relationship, I bought her flowers and I wished her happy birthday, and she doesn't love me. Clearly I'll give up. You know, that's not what happens. If you believe there's something there, you commit yourself to an act of service. You commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. You can screw it up. You can eat chocolate cake one day. You can skip a day or two. You know, it allows for that. But if you stick with it consistently, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape. I know it. And the same with the relationship. It's not about the events. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency. Right? You go to the dentist twice a year, your teeth will fall out. You have to brush your teeth every day for 2 minutes. What does brushing your teeth twice a day for 2 minutes do? Nothing. Unless you do it every day, twice a day for 2 minutes. Right? It's the consistency. Going to the gym for 9 hours does not get you into shape. Working out every day for 20 minutes gets you into shape.